Hey everybody, so today's video is going to be a video that I've been wanting to do for a really long time, but I wanted to plan it out. I wanted to have everything ready to go. Again, this is just like a list of things, like a little bit of a how-to and tips, but I wanted to have everything like perfect because I didn't want to forget anything, I didn't want to mess anything up, I just wanted everything to go well. So that's why this is taking a little bit, because I think I said, was it last year or the year before that I was going to make this video? It's taking me this long. I'm thinking, that's one thing you guys know about me, is I take forever. But this is how to get your books cheap, yes. And if you have problems with getting books used or thrift stores, this video is not for you at all, so I would recommend you go watch my other videos. Because this is about getting your books cheap, and I mean cheap. So stick around. I know a lot of you said you were really excited about this video because times are hard and have been hard, and books are not cheap anymore, and it's sad because, you know, there are people out there who can't afford books, and it's horrible, and it breaks my heart, and it's sad, and I've been there, and you know, people want cheap books and they want to be able to afford books, and of course the library is there, which is an amazing thing, which is one of my main things that I love. I go to the library all the time. I love supporting my library. Free books, you don't have to pay for anything, so there's a tip right there, free books. You do have to return them, but the great thing about that is that you can read a book from the library, find it amazing, make it's one of your favorite books, take it back, and you can go buy yourself a copy of it. It's you know what I mean? Like you know, you're giving it back, but at least you didn't have to pay $20 and you read it and it's a piece of crap, right? That's my thing with libraries. I love libraries. But the first tip I have for you guys is thrift stores. Yes. I love thrift stores. I've always loved thrift stores. I shop there a lot. I do, however, like to leave the thrift stores that I shop at alone for about a couple, maybe a few months, and then go back, because then everything's sort of refreshed. They have new stuff out. Things are coming in, things are going, and you go and it's like everything's refreshed and there's some more books to look at and all that. And the main one that I would not recommend you buy your books at is Goodwill. I know a lot of people love Goodwill, and to each their own, but I have a problem with Goodwill because they hike up their prices a little too much. I've been in there lately, and this part has nothing to do with books. Shoes that are busted McJustice, like just hanging off the edge, shoelaces dark as dirt, and they're charging $10 for a pair of extremely used shoes. Found a pair of shoes there that looked like they came from the 90s, that were grimy and gross, and they were charging $15 for them. I don't care if that brand doesn't make shoes anymore. I don't care if that brand has those shoes and that you can't buy them anymore. I don't care. They're used. They're curling up at the front. Why would you charge $15 for a pair of shoes like that? It doesn't make sense to me. And they do the same thing with clothes. $10 for a blouse that has a hole in it or something. And it's insane. Goodwill is insane. The same thing goes with their books. I sometimes go in there, maybe a couple of times a year I'll go in there, because I just, you know, will want to see what's going on with their books. Because if there's something I cannot find anywhere, maybe I could find it at Goodwill, but a lot of times I don't buy anything from in there, because you'll pick a book off the shelf and you'll look at the price thing and it says hardbacks are $3. I'm sorry, what? No. I know that might be, oh, that's a little too cheap if you don't want to pay $3 for a hardback, but the thing with me is that if I'm paying $3 for a hardback, I want that money going somewhere good. And with Goodwill, a lot of the times it doesn't. So I like to shop at charity shops, and my favorite one to shop at is the Discovery Shop, which is located in my city. I wish I had footage to show you guys of all these places that I'm going to be talking about, but I'm lazy, and I'm very shy about filming in places sometimes. So in the Discovery Shop, there's not really a place where you can film because there's people around, and just didn't want to go through that right now. But a Discovery Shop is a little thrift store that is a charity shop, which all the money there, all of it, the people who work there are volunteers. They don't get paid for being there from 9 o'clock in the morning to 5 o'clock in the evening. and all that money goes to the Child's Crisis Center of El Paso. And to me, I would rather spend $5 on a hardback and it go to that than paying $3 for a hardback and that going to a corporate company. Just, you know what I mean? That's just how I am. And I love shopping at the Discovery Shop. Their books used to be really, really cheap. They were about 10 cents, 25 cents, almost a steal. Like, you felt a little bit bad paying that little. And also too, the money does go to charity. So they have their prices hiked up now. I think paperbacks are 50 cents and hardbacks are $1, which is perfectly fine. And for children's paperbacks, they're $0.25 and so on. But I love shopping there. It's one of my favorite thrift stores. It's my main thrift store that I like to shop at. The other one used to be the Salvation Army, but you know, things happened with them, you know, and I don't like buying anything from it. Even in there, the Salvation Army charges a lot for their, I mean, I know the money does go to something. I may not know a lot about Salvation Army, but I know they charge a lot for their books. I think like $3-4 for a hardback or something like that. But so the thrift store is my favorite. So thrift stores are an amazing thing. I've bought so many books from the thrift store. Oh, I have one right here. I can show you guys this one. This one, 13 Reasons Why by Jay Asher. This is one of my favorite books. I bought this in 2012 or 2011 from the Discovery Shop, and it was only 50 cents. And I remember online this was $13, and buying it used was around 10. So I got it for 50 cents at the Discovery Shop, and you know, look at that. You buy something for that cheap and then you get it somewhere, you see it somewhere else and it's like $15, especially at like Barnes & Noble. Like, you go in there, it's like 20 bucks for a hardback. You go to a thrift store or you shop online in a marketplace and you can get it way cheaper. Yeah, so thrift stores are amazing. Library book sales, those are also my main thing. My library doesn't have them. My nose is getting itchy. My library doesn't have them that much. They have them about twice a month. But what they do have, they have an amazing array of books. All the money goes to the library. So the library can get better books. They can, you know, update their system and such. So that is also a great thing that I like to just go in there. Sometimes I'll go in there and I may buy things that I don't really want, but I buy it because I want to support my library. So I've bought, I'm gonna be honest, I've bought quite a few books from there that I end up coming home and going, I really don't want to read this, but I just bought it because I want to, you know, I'm pretty sure I could donate money, but like, you know, I don't even have money to donate. What am I talking about? But yeah, so library book sales are amazing. I know, oh, wait, we're going to talk about this. I know a lot of people have a thing with library book sales. If you have one near you and you've never been, go. They are not just library books that have been discarded that they sell there that are all covered in stickers and such. There are books there that have been donated by patrons that end up in the book sales, and they're sometimes brand new books. I have been in the library book sale and found a brand new book that just came out like a couple of months earlier, and someone had read it and didn't like it and donated it to the library and ended up there. And with their brand new stuff, they do know what they're doing, so they hike up the prices a little bit, but it's not like crazy. But the library book sales are amazing. I shop there all the time, that, you know, when I do have them. I actually should have checked down the card that I have, a little postcard that they send. But yeah, so library book sales. Dollar Tree is another great place to go to. Dollar stores, Dollar General, and Dollar Tree. I really don't know about any other ones. Those are only two that I know about. I think the 99-cent store, but that's in California. My home, I missed it. But Dollar Tree is an amazing thing because the books there are all $1, and their books come from, I think they come from Target sometimes, maybe Walmart. I think it's Target and Walmart that they're like overstock or whatever goes to Dollar Tree, because sometimes I find books in there and I'm like, whoa, this just came out like a few months ago. What is this doing in here? Or something that came out a few years ago, but it's like in really perfect condition because, you know, it's an overstock book. And sometimes they might have like a sticker on it, and you can tell that it'll say like it was $13, but you're getting it for $1 because it's at the Dollar Tree. So I recommend going into Dollar Tree and perusing it and seeing what you can get. A lot of times though, you probably can't find much, but they have, you know, books there. Next thing that I wanted to talk about was Amazon.com Marketplace. Yes, this is a place where I shop all the time. People have their qualms or whatever with Amazon.com. Amazon.com has never done me bad, so I've never had a bad experience with them. They also publish my books, but I've never had a bad experience with them. But I do shop in the Marketplace section, and that's the used section. So like when you go on Amazon and you see it says brand new $17.95 and it says like Prime or whatever, below it there's like little boxes, I'm pretty sure you guys know this, that say like used, new, used and all that. It'll tell you how much or whatever. I shop most of the time, almost all the time I shop in the Marketplace section because I could find something. I'm trying to think of something that I bought from there. I think I got the Spindlers. Let me show this one. I got the Spindlers, I think, in Amazon Marketplace. I think this was a penny, $3.99 shipping, and it just came out to $4. So, and it came in really great condition, and almost all my books I think have come from Amazon Marketplace, and you just have to pay attention to what it says. Like if it tells you this book is in great condition, the dust jacket is intact and all that, you have to pay attention to that, because I know a lot of people get angry when they buy something off there and they're like, what the heck, there's no dust jacket. You have to pay attention. If there's no dust jacket and it says that there was a dust jacket, of course go and complain. But if you get a book and you get it in the mail and it's a library edition and you knew it was a library edition because it said it was a library edition, then that's, you know, that's just how it is. But pay attention to things like that. And a lot of times you'll find books really cheap, maybe like $1.50 plus $3.99 shipping, which is really good compared to the price that it would be brand new. And a lot of times if you have Prime, you can get books with your Prime used too as well for like $5, and you can get it with Prime and get it in a couple of days. That's like the only problem with buying used online, is that the books take forever to get there sometimes. But yeah, so I love shopping on Amazon.com Marketplace. It's my main thing. I haven't really tried other places. Like I've tried Book Outlet. I like Book Outlet, but I don't shop there that much. So Book Outlet's another thing that is really cheap too as well. Gosh, what else is there? I know there's another one. I'm trying to think. Thrift Books. I think I've bought a couple of things off there one time, and I didn't like that things came jacked up. So I haven't really bought anything on there recently, but I recommend Amazon.com Marketplace. Because most of the time that's where I get my books, and they're always usually a penny plus $3.99 shipping. But yes, and the next thing that I wanted to talk about was my Bing/Microsoft rewards. And what that is, I think a lot of people have asked me to explain this, but I'll just explain it as short as I can. It is when you make Bing pretty much your search engine. And what that is you go to the home page of Bing, and I think it's just now called Microsoft, right? No, I think it's still Bing. But at the top corner, there's like a little thing where you can sign in to get an account, and you can start accumulating points for every time you search, no matter. And you can just search and search, like you can cheat. I think it's cheating, but you can search like blah 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 every day, and just over and over, and just accumulate your points. You can only get a certain amount of points a day, but you can just get all your points searching up crap, and then they add up, and you can go to the rewards section of it, and there's no money involved. You don't have to pay anything, and you just go to your rewards and you pick like you want a gift card for there's all digital gift cards, so you get them in emails with codes. You get like a gift card for Starbucks, $5. You want some Starbucks money. Microsoft games, certain stuff like that. You want to donate your money to a charity, you can do that too as well. I have mine set to Amazon gift cards, and those are the $5 gift cards. So whenever I hit 5,200, I think I should have checked, points, it'll tell me your reward is ready, and then I go and click send that to my email, and I get the codes and I put them in my account and I accumulate the codes, and sometimes I'll get around to like $10 to $20 in codes, and I have 20 bucks to shop with books, and I didn't have to pay for anything. So that's a really great thing to do as well, and I would recommend that. Like, out of everything, if you love Google, do Bing, just to get the points so you can get your $5 Amazon gift cards. I mean, you can even do it for Starbucks too as well. So, you know, it's a great thing. I mean, I don't know, $5 at Starbucks, you can maybe get something from there. But yeah, so that's pretty much it, right? I think that's it. Yeah, library, go check out books, free. I put in here, I put Barnes & Noble, nope. Yeah, because I was getting asked about that, and I think people have their thing with Barnes & Noble, you know, as with Borders, when it closed down, people are like, well, why aren't you supporting bookstores that need the support? Listen, I would love to support a bookstore that's Piper meowing. I would love to support Barnes & Noble, but I am not paying $20. And even when you get up to the register, the book's freaking $17.99, you end up paying $22. I can't do that. I can't pay $22 for a hardback book that I could get for like $6 to $5 online, way cheaper. I love Barnes & Noble, but I can't do that. And there's people who can. There's people who can go and spend $200 at Barnes & Noble every month if they want to. I right now cannot do that. So unfortunately, I cannot go and support the big chain bookstores. That's the only one I have in my area. But you know, people get mad about that. Oh, you don't want to support the book. That's why they're closing down and all that. Well, I'm sorry. I don't know what to tell you. But that's just how I like to shop for my books, and I really hope you guys got some good tips and tricks. But yeah, so I will see you guys next time within the video. Again, let me know if you have any tricks for me as well. List them below and let me know if any of these help you or if you're going to use any of them. Yeah, so I will see you guys next time. Bye.